Finally, some good news. Today is January 20th. The new president of the United States just took office, and the news is absolutely full of all the things he's doing. But what they're not full of is massive tariffs for Canada and for our goods going down to the United States, which is huge for Canadian companies. I mean, just look at the Canadian dollar, look at the price of Western Canadian Select Canadian oil. Everything is looking up for Canada. So in this video, I just really quickly want to talk to you guys about how this impacts my strategy, about what I plan on doing in the not so distant future, and how I think we as investors should react to this news, move forward smartly. Welcome to Golden Arch Investing. My name is Liam, and as always, we love to talk about Canadian investing on this channel. If you like that kind of stuff, please do subscribe. So, no tariffs today. That's been the headline, and a lot of people have been celebrating. Even in the financial markets, you've seen the Canadian dollar going up. You've seen the price of Canadian commodities. The one I'm thinking of specifically, WCS crude, is that Alberta-based crude that is typically shipped down to the US that was going to be hit so hard, right? We've seen all these commodities jumping. We've seen the currency looking a little bit stronger than it has been. Everybody is excited. But I do want to point out that just because tariffs didn't happen today doesn't mean they're not going to happen. What it does mean, however, is that there's a chance. There's at the very least a chance that things are going to be okay. And there is probably going to be some negotiating, but likely it's going to work out all right for Canada. It won't be quite as immediate, as detrimental, and as absolute as the news headlines had seemed. That is a good thing for me as a Canadian investor, for me as a Canadian consumer, and for me as a Canadian worker. And it's great for the Canadian economy. So just because things aren't happening today doesn't mean they're not happening in the future. But what exactly has happened so far? Well, right now, the US is basically looking, and officials have been delegated to look into trade relationships and come up with deals. And one of the best explanations I've seen to explain this away and to sort of make sense of all this is that essentially what's happening now is that the 2026 renegotiation of the USMCA, sort of the way it was set up, this new trade deal, it's the new NAFTA deal, was going to be reviewed. We're probably opening that up a little bit earlier, which does actually present some areas of weakness. But I would argue that most of the things that I've looked at on the channel here have probably a better chance at making it through than if they were just caught up in a blanket tariff. So what am I going to do as an investor? Well, that's pretty simple. We're back to dollar cost averaging. Now, I am not going 100% invested. I'm going to keep some cash on the sidelines, and I'm going to keep it in US dollars. Sorry. But I think it's probably still a good opportunity right now to start buying. And if things do go wrong, we'll still keep that little bit of cash on the sidelines, earning a pretty okay interest rate in something like a short dated T-bill or one of those various accounts in the United States that allows you to collect a little bit of interest and wait it out. Patience is key here. Do not celebrate too quickly. We're not out of the woods yet, but we can take a deep breath. Canada is making it through the week, and we hopefully should be in a better position to keep investing as the months go on. And that's about all I have for today. Just a really quick update video, sort of what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and just sort of a little bit of a, sigh of relief, but pump the brakes. It's not over yet. It's not time to YOLO into Canadian anything, really. It's a time to be cautious. Some of the danger is out of the way, but we're not out of the woods yet. And that's all I have for you folks today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one.